अभय चरणारविंद रे भजहु श्री नंदनंद विंदरे भजहु रे मना श्री नंदनंदना अभय चरणारविंद रे भजहु अभय चरणारविंद रे दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे संगे तारहु ये भव सिंधुरे सिंधुरे तारहु ये भव सिंधुरे तार भजहु रे मना श्री नंदनंदना अभय चरणारविंद रे श्री नंदनंद सीता आतप भत बरीसना ए दिन जामिनी जागिरे सीता सीता आतप भत बरीसना ए दिन जामिनी जागिरे विफल से बिनु कृपण दुर्जना विफल विफल से बिनु कृपण दुर्जना चपल सुखल लागिरे चपल सुखल लागिरे भजहु रे मना श्री नंदनंदना अभय चरणारविंद रे भजहु अभय चर ये धन यौवना पुत्र परिजना इथे के आचे परती तेरे पुत्र परिजना दे तेरे ये धन यौवना पुत्र परिजना इथे के आचे परती तेरे इथे के आचे कमल दल जला जीवन तलमला कमल दल जला जीवन तलमला भजऊ हरि पदानी तेरे नी तेरे भजऊ हरि पदानी तेरे भजऊ भजहु रे मना श्री नंदनंदना अभय चरणारविंद रे भजहु अभय चरण श्रवण कीर्तना स्मरण वंदना पाद सेवना दास्य रे स्मरण दास्य रे श्रवण कीर्तना स्मरण वंदना पाद सेवना दास्य रे पाद सेवना दास्य रे पूजन सखी जना आत्मनिवेदना पूजन सखी जना आत्मनिवेदना गोविंद दास अभिलाष रे गोविंद दास अभिलाष रे लाष रे भजहु रे मना श्री नंदन अभय चरण रविंद रे श्री नंदन अभय दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे संगे दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे संगे तारऊ ये भव सिंधु रे सिंधु रे भजहु रे मना श्री नंदन अभय चरण रविंद रे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे निताय गौरंगो निताय गौरंगो निताय निताय गौरंगो निताय गौरंगो निता 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 निताय गौरंगो निता निता निताय गौरंगो गौरा हरि निताय गौरंग जय सच्चिनंदना जय सच्चिनंदना नना जय सच्चिनंदना जय सच्चिनंदना नना जय सच्चिनंदना गौर हरि जय Patita Pavana Gaura Hari Patita Pavana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Jaya Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Sri Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Govardhan Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Jam Shvaparam Parivraj Kacharya Stottar Shata Srimad Divine Grace of Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind Ki Jai Namacharya Slardas Thakur Ki Jai Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasad Gaur Bhakti Ki Jai Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Girgovardhan Ki Jai Sri Sri Radha Radhanath Ki Jai Sri Sri Giraj Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Sri Gaurahar Ki Jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. The song written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhajaure Mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charan. Abhaya means fearless. Only Lord Krishna can make us fearless. What is the cause of fear? Why we are afraid? We all are afraid, isn't it? Everyone, even small baby also. Why? What is the cause of fear? Attachment. Where we have the attachment to anything, we are afraid of losing it. I know that I have to die, I am on the deathbed, but I don't want to die. You ask the even 95, 98 years old person on bed, say, Baba, time to leave the body. No, I want to see my granddaughter's marriage, then I want to die. Already on the deathbed. So attachment to the body and anything related to the body. So by the process of engaging in service of the Lord, we become detached or free from the attachment or become fearless. That's the byproduct of the bhakti. Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Dhanati Asvairagyam. One is that we get detachment, doesn't mean that leave the family, go to forest. No. Staying with the family, don't stay. That is the real vairagya. Detachment, renunciation. So, that's why I say Abhaya. Lord Krishna is called Abhaya, means He makes us fearless. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Charanaravinda, when we take the shelter of that Supreme Lord Krishna, who makes us fearless, human body is meant for that one. Durlabha manava janam satsanga. This human body is rare to get. Why? Because after passing through 8.4 million spaces of the life, lastly in the final, Lord gives the mercy and gives the living entity, the soul, this human body. Oh, this living entity struggled quite hard, various type of insects, animal, reptile, birds, trees, so many varieties. Finally, let me give an opportunity to this human body, living entity. so that you can use this human body in service of mind, Supreme Lord, then they can come back to me, the eternal abode. We all belong to the spiritual world. We are all coming from the spiritual world, and this human body gives an opportunity for the living entity, human being, to go back to spiritual world. We don't belong here. Golokameva nivasatya kilatma bhuto Govinda Madhipurusham. So the human body, the mean what we want, we get it. If I engage in just a sinful activity, I can suffer in hell or take birth in the animal kingdom. If I engage myself in the pious activity, I can go to heavenly planet or take birth in the very opulent family. But engage in Krishna consciousness, surrender to the Lord, engage in Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, chanting and serving and hearing, associating, then we can get liberated. Destiny of the jiva, living entity, depends upon type of activity we do in this human body. That's why even the great demigods want to have this human body. Indra, Chandra, they all want, even Brahma, they want to have human body. Oh, why we are here? They are highly elevated person, but they want that no, human body is better than even the body in the heavenly planets. Because heavenly planet is there, they cannot do the bhakti. They are there to enjoy what we do in this human body and earth planet. So there are no reaction for good or bad activity. Whatever they do, no. Because we all done the activity here, they are there to enjoy the result. Sita atapa vata varisana. It's a winter season, rainy season, summer season. We struggle day and night so hard. Is it? We work day and night shifts, you can see. Even cyclone is there, one has to go on duty. You can't say, sorry, I don't know. You lose job. We are work so hard day and night, what for? So-called chapala lava sukha. Lava means very fraction, small happiness. So compared to the happiness we get, an amount of efforts we put to get that much happiness, is no comparison. Or summer very hot, I want air conditioning. Yes, I want to buy air conditioner. Not everybody can buy it in one go. Yes? You have to struggle to save money 5-6 months. Then you buy it, oh, very cold. Nice. But after 1 month, big electricity bill come, big one. Oh, 2,000 rand come. No. We will switch on for 1 hour before going to bed. After that, okay. So after struggling so hard, you got it, still you can't use it. The material world is made like that one. That's why chapala lava sukha. For the so-called happiness, little happiness, we have to struggle hard. Yedhana yavana putra parijana. One should not run after the money. Shankaracharya, while giving first instruction, not last instruction to his disciples, that 32 verses where are famous as the Bhaja Govinda. In the first instruction to his disciple that don't run after money. Muda jehi dhanagama trushnam purusad buddhim manasi vichityam yallabhase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. This is a very important instruction for we the devotees also. One should not run up. Muda jehi dhanagama trushnam. Mudha means fool. Fool, don't run after the money. Don't be greedy for Trishna means don't run greedily for the money. With Yallabhase nija karma upadam. According to our karma, what we did in the previous life, we are getting. What we do in this life, we get in next life. It's not that I work hard, I will get, no. To work hard, we did our activity in the previous life that is making me work hard to accumulate money. In that activity what I am making now, in the next life I enjoy it. Okay, that is the law of the nature. Okay. That's why Shankaracharya, who is the incarnation of Lord Shiva, says that one should not run after. Yallavati, whatever according to karma, you get it, be happy with that. Don't struggle hard. One should struggle hard to get liberation, not for the material things. Material things we may struggle hard, but there is no guarantee that we get it. As I said, what we get in this life, it all depends upon what we did in the previous life. You might have seen some people, they don't do any work, sitting in the air conditioner room, millions start coming. My own friend's son in Botswana, I saw him. When his father left, gone back to his own India, he stayed back in Botswana. It literally didn't have in the 10 rands in his hand. But he was a hard worker. He started hiring a small room, staying there, conducting evening classes on IT. And now, I can say 30 years' time, is a multi-millionaire. He owns the helicopters. How it has come. I have seen with my own eyes how he used to live like. So it is not that what we work hard we get this. No. What we are doing, what we get, it is already predetermined in the previous life, what we do activity. That's why a child is born, we go to the astrologer to write the kundali. And he say, your son will be alive for 90 years, he will marry, get so many children, he will get earn so much money, is it? How he is telling? The child is just born, not able to open eyes. It means what we are going to get in this life, predetermined. 85% predetermined, nobody can change it. Only Krishna can change it. That's why I say, Ma karu dhanadaya yavvana garbham. No, don't run after the money. Don't feel proud that I got money. Don't feel that I'm walking 100 people behind me. No. Yavvana garbham, when you are young age, everybody is very handsome, beautiful. When you become old, you can't see the same handsome or beauty. You don't identify our self-photo also. It's time to change. These all are subject to the time. Harati nimesha kalasa, they all are destroyed by the time. Okay? That's why what one should do, always one should meditate upon the Supreme Absolute Truth. That's why Shankaracharya also said, Ma kuru dhana jana yavvana garvam harati nimesha kala sarvam maya mayamidam akilam buddha brahma padatvam pravisha viditva. The same, here the third stanza we see it. Ethana yavvana putra parijana ite kyacha parititire. Kamala dalajala jivana talamala. Our life is like so unstable. When I am going to die, I don't know. I am talking after 5 minutes, I die or still alive, I don't know. It's what we call heart attack happened. So here also said that, just like if you take the lotus flower leaves, like if we have so many moods, put a drop of water, give small vibration, it falls down. So our life is so unstable like the drop of water on the leaf of the lotus flower. That's why understanding this, then one should meditate, and that's a Supreme Hari, Lord Krishna. But that next 9 process of devotional service is given. So Govinda Das, with the disciple of Janai Mata, Jai Sri Sri Radha Radhanath ki Jai, Giraj Govardhan ki Jai, Gauraj ki Jai, Prabhupada ki Jai. Nityananda Prabhu's consort, he had 2 wives. Eldest one, both are sister, Vasudha and Jahnavi. Jahnavi elder one, Vasudha younger one. Vasudha Mata, she had one son and one daughter, Veerachandra or Veerabhadra, daughter named Ganga Mata. Jahnavi didn't have any children, so after Nityananda Prabhu departed for eternal abode Golok Vrindavan, she took the mission of preaching, continuing the preaching mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu till Srinivasacharya, Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Prabhu, 3, properly trained by Jiva Goswami, came back. Till that time she was preaching the mission alone. So Govinda Das, who wrote this song, is disciple of Janai Mata. यस्यानुभावमकलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितेषितां तमोन्धं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। We'll discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam 4th canto, 22nd chapter, text 37. Tat Swam Narendra Jagatam Atha Tastusam Cha Dehendriyasu Dishanatmabhe Avrutanam Ya Kshetravit Tapataya Hridi Vishwag Avihi Prachak Chakasti Bhagavans Tam Avehi Sosmi Tattvam Narendra Jagatam Atatastutam Cha Tattvam Narendra Jagatam Atatastutam Cha Dehendriyasu Dishanatmabhir Avrutanam Dehendriyasu Dishanatmabhir Avrutanam Yachetra Vittapataya Hridi Vishwavagdri Ahi Yachetra Vittapataya Hridi Vishwavag Avi Gavi Prachak Chakasti Bhagavan Tam Avevi Sosmi Prachak Chakasti Bhagavan Tam Avevi Sosmi Tattam Narendra Gasama Tastu Shamcha Dehendriyashu Dishanatmabhir Avrutanam Yachetra Vittapataya Hridi Vishwavagavi Yachetra Vittapataya Hridi Vishwavagavi Vishwavagavi Prachak Chakasti Bhagavan Tam Avihi Tosmi Prachak Chakasti Bhagavan Tam Avihi Sosmi Tattvam Narendra Jagatam Atatastu Samcha Dehendriyas Dishanatmabhir Avrutanam Yachetra Vittapataya Hridi Vishwavagvi Yachetra Vittapataya Hridi Vishwagavi Prachak Chakasi Bhagavan Tam Avehi Sosmi Tattvam Narendra Jugatam Atatastutam Cha Dehendriyashu Dishanatmabhir Avrutanam Yacchetra vittapataya vridi vishwavagavi Pratyakchakasi bhagavam tam avesosmi. Tattvam narendra gatam tatasrutam cha Dehendriyashu dishanatma bher avrutanam Yacchetra vittapataya vridi vishwavagri Pratyakchakasi bhagavan tamahe sotni. Tam Ram Mataji. Tattvam narendra jagatam asatastutam cha Dehendriyashu dishanatmabir avrutanam Yacchetra vittapataya vridi vishwagavi Pratyakchakasi bhagavan tamahe sosmi. Tattvam narendra jugatam atatastatam cha Dehendriyashu dishanatma bher avrutanam Yacchetra vittapataya vridi vishwavagavi Pratyakchakasi bhagavan tam avesosmi. Tat, therefore, Tvam, you, Narendra, O best of kings, Jagatam, of the moving, Atha, therefore, Tattusham, the immovable, Cha, also, Deha, body, Indriya, senses, Asu, life air, Dhishana, by consideration, Atmabhi, self-realization, Avrutanam, those who are covered in that way, yeah, one who, Kshetravit, knower of the field, Tapataya, by controlling, Hridi, within the heart, Vishak, everywhere, Avihi, manifest, Pratyak, in very hair polycide, polygon, Chatasi, Chakasti, shining Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality Godhead, Tam, unto him, Abehi, try to understand, Saha, Asmi, I am that. Translated purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sanat Kumara advised the king, therefore, my dear king, Prithub, try to understand the Supreme Personality Godhead, who is living within everyone's heart along with the individual soul, and each and every body, either moving or not moving. The individual souls are fully covered by the gross material body and subtle body made of the life, air and intelligence. Purport. In this verse it is specifically advised that instead of wasting time in the human form of life, enduring for economic development and sense gratification, one should try to cultivate spiritual values by understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is existing with the individual soul within everyone's heart. The individual soul and the Supreme Personality Godhead in his Paramatma feature are both sitting within the body, which is covered by the gross and subtle elements. To understand this is to attain actual spiritual culture. There are two ways of advancing in spiritual culture: by the method of impersonalist philosophers and by the devotional service. The impersonalist comes to the conclusion that he and the Supreme Lord are one, whereas the devotees or personalists realize the absolute truth by understanding that because absolute truth is the supreme predominator and we living entities are predominated, our duty is to serve him, the predominator. The Vedic injunctions say, Tat Tvam Asi, you are the same. And Soham, I am the same. The Soham also is called Hams Gayatri also. The impersonalist conception of these mantras is that the Supreme Lord are the absolute truth and the living entity are one. But from the devotee's point of view, these mantras assert that both the Supreme Lord and ourselves are of the same quality. Tattvam Asi, I am Atma Brahma. Both the Supreme Lord and the living entity are the Spirit. Understanding this is self-realization. The human form of life is meant for understanding the Supreme Lord and oneself by the spiritual cultivation of knowledge. One should not waste valuable life simply engaged in economic development and sense gratification. In this verse, the word Kshetravid is also important. This word is explained in Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 2nd verse. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram iti abhidiyate. This body is called Kshetra, the field of activity, and the proprietors of the body, the individual soul and the super soul, sitting within this body, are both called Kshetravit. But there is a difference between the two kinds of the Kshetravit. One Kshetravit are knower of the body, namely Paramatma, or the super soul, is directing the individual soul. When we rightly take the direction of the super soul, our life becomes successful. He is directing from within and from without. From within, he is directing as a Chaitya Guru or the spiritual master sitting within the heart. Indirectly, he is also helping the living entity by manifesting himself as the spiritual master outside. In both ways, the Lord is giving directions to the living entity so that he may finish up his material activities and come back home, back to Godhead. The presence of the Supreme Soul and the individual soul within the body can be perceived by anyone by the fact that as long as the individual soul and the super soul are both living within this body, the body is always shining and fresh. But as soon as the super soul and the individual soul give up possession of the gross body, it immediately decomposes. One who is spiritually advanced can thus understand the real difference between the dead body and the living body. In conclusion, one should not waste his time by so-called economic development and sense gratification, but should cultivate spiritual knowledge to understand the super soul and individual soul and their relationship. In this way, by advancement of knowledge, one can achieve liberation and the ultimate goal of life. It is said that if one takes to the path of liberation, even rejecting his so-called duties in the material world, is not a loser at all. But a person who does not take to the path of liberation, yet carefully executes economic development and sense gratification, loses everything. Narada's statement before Vyasadeva is appropriate in this connection. Tyaktva sadharmam charanamudam harir bhajan apakvata pate tato yadi yatrakva ektakva bhadram abhud amushatikim ko vartapto bhatam sadharmata. If a person out of the sentiment of for some other reasons takes to the shelter of the Lord's feet of the Lord, and in due course of time it does not succeed in coming to the ultimate goal of life or falls down due to lack of the experience, there is no loss. But for a person who does not take to the devotional service, yet executes his material duties very nicely, there is no gain. A long purport. Om ajnanatimrandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chachunmelitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Tapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Cha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The four Kumaras, by the inspiration of Supreme Lord, come to the assembly of Royal Assembly of Prithu Maharaj. Having seen the saintly person, he asked one question. Samprityek Kriyasman Chema Eva. Chema, word, welfare. What is the best for a living entity? The two best are there. One is the related to the body, which is the material things, and other related to the soul, which is spiritual. Both are required. Both are essential. We have to survive. We have to maintain the body. But out of the two, which is more important? So here, in this answer, starting from the verse 13 to tell it, after that, in answer to that, what is the Chema, what is the best welfare for the living entity, is being explained by the four sages who are the sons of Lord Brahma, or the first created living entities in the universe. Okay. They are the divine. Okay. So, they are telling in the today's verse is that Prithu Maharaj was king, that's why he is using the word Narendra. Say that. Therefore, my dear king, try to understand the Supreme Personal Godhead who is living within everyone's heart along with the individual soul here. Okay. We have to understand the Supreme Lord and the soul within the body. The body is there. There are three entities in this body. One is the body material made of the matter, elements. It is not conscious, but it becomes conscious only when the soul is there. It is the soul which makes us to be alive. But soul itself is not in a position to act. So, the super soul, which is none but Supreme Lord Krishna, by his presence in the body of each and every living entity, he gives permission and capability to work. So three elements are there. So that's why when we want to understand the Supreme Personality Godhead, we have to understand what is the nature and function of the three elements in the body. Body's nature is temporary, it is a matter, it is the dead body inertia. And the soul makes this body active, alive, but doesn't have capability to synchronize the activities of the body or give the knowledge how to do. When the Supreme Lord, who is as the super soul residing in this body, gives the intelligence for the soul how to act, it acts. That's like you are driving a car. Car is there, petrol is full, but there is no driver. Can we drive the car? No, it can't move. Driver has to be there, and driver should know how to manipulate all the controls. So, in the same way, though petrol energy is there in the car, but it cannot move unless the one who is capable of making the car move comes in. In the same way, in this body is like a body of the car, like a petrol, our Atma, soul. And when soul is there, energy of the Lord is there, but it cannot do any activity unless the driver comes. The driver is super soul, Paramatma, who is none but Krishna, staying in the heart of each and every living entity, whether it is insects or anything. Annantarastha paramanu charantarastam Govinda Purusham tam vajit. Not only living entity, even the non-living entities like the stones, also the Lord presence is there. There is nothing in this material world which is separate from the Supreme Lord Krishna, Supreme Absolute Truth. Lord is there in each and every atom. That makes the atoms to be together. The scientific language, we call it as a, I don't know, whether those who study the physics, they know the covalent bond in the physics. Semiconductor theory, it comes. What makes each atom? In the material world also, everything is nothing but combination of the atoms and electrons. Permutation and combination of the atoms and electrons. Sometimes they become like a plastic chair, sometimes become the wooden, sometimes become iron, sometimes become diamond, sometimes become the gold. It's nothing but permutation and combination of the atoms itself. And each atom is independent. They don't have to depend on anyone. But who will hold them together? So science language says that it's the covalent bond which holds the atoms together. And we in the spiritual world, like we say that it is the Vishnu. Krishna, when all pervading energy, we call him the Vishnu. So because he is pervading throughout the universe by his energy, all the atoms are held together to form some object. So here Srila Prabhupada, quoting from the teachings of the sages, say that one should understand the Supreme Personality. Understanding Supreme Personality means we have to understand what is the nature of the Supreme Lord, what is the nature of the soul, and what is the nature of me, the body. There are three we have to understand. Otherwise, we get confused. That is, understanding the nature we call Sankhya Yoga. Okay. The time is very less. How to analytically see, we could see it. Living within everyone's heart along with the individual soul in each and every body. Not only human being, even the reptiles, even the small mosquito also. The super soul is there. There is nothing in this material world which is devoid of the soul and super soul. In this verse, it is specifically advised that instead of wasting time in the human form of life, enduring for the economic development and sense gratification, one should try to cultivate spiritual values by understanding the Supreme Personality Godhead, who is existing within with the individual soul, within everyone's heart. Okay? So Srila Prabhupada mentioned this one, stressing on the point. One should not, as a human being, one should not waste time only struggling to maintain the body. The body, human body is given, I said it, the human body is given by the Supreme Lord so that he can go back to his abode from where he has come. So, this human body gives an opportunity for the living entity to engage in the spiritual service and go back. For that purpose, the Prabhupada understands that one should know the Supreme Lord also. The individual soul and the super soul in Paramatma feature are both sitting together within this body. Srila Prabhupada, Sheta Shvatara Upanishad quoting, the Prabhupada says that both the birds are sitting on a tree branch. One bird is eating the fruits of the tree, other one just watching it, what it's doing. The bird eating the fruits of the tree are the we. What we have done in the previous life, the reaction of the karma, we want to enjoy it, suffering or enjoying. So the soul, living entity, is the one who is suffering, undergoing various transformations to enjoy the result of the activity. And the super soul just watching what type of this guy does it. And the soul not looking at the super soul. If doesn't want to see the super soul. Super soul says, look at me, come to me. But individual soul doesn't want. You want to see externally. When we see externally, we get impressed by the Maya, illusory energy of the Lord. Maya, Prakriti, material nature, very impressive, attractive. So everybody gets immersed into the illusion of the material energy. But one who is intelligent see the internally, the soul, that helps him to be free from the Maya. That point Srila Prabhupada is stressing on this. There are two ways of advancing spiritual life. One is the impersonalist. Impersonalist means they say that Lord doesn't have the body. Therefore, how can you worship the Lord? But we, the Vaishnava, say that personalist say Lord has the body. Okay. Lord has the body, that's why even others also, like Christians also, they accept. Where the John chapter there, it is mentioned that God made the man, human being, on his own image. So God made the human living entity to the image of the Supreme Lord. So our scripture says that God made this human body. So Vaishnavas, we accept the form of the Lord, and thus we engage in devotional service to the Lord to serve, to please. Only service can please. Even any maid is working in the house, if she is working sincerely, nicely, you feel very happy. You want to look after that maid. In the same way, when we work very nicely with the Lord, Lord will be pleased. So, a service which can please the Lord, nothing else can please the Lord. That's why in the Vaishnavas engage in, they give more stress to the service to the Lord than the knowledge. When serve the Lord, knowledge will automatically come. It's not that I am reading the book, I am getting, no. The soul by nature is full of knowledge. But the soul, when identified with this body, we become illusion, we forget our originality. By engaging in the service of Lord Radharanath and chanting and hearing from the devotee and serving the Vaishnavas and Lord, then the Lord will reveal His transcendent knowledge to the living entity. That is how one we come to know. The Vedic injunction says that Tat Tvam Asi, you are the same. Okay? That Tvam Asi also there. Tvam Asi means you, means living entity, you are the same, that's supreme absolute truth. By the nature, qualitatively one with the Lord. Every living entity, the Atma. Prabhupada gives a nice example. You take one drop of the ocean water. How it is? Sweet or salty? Salty. And you take the entire ocean, still it is salty. So, in the same way, therefore, Prabhupada writes that the one drop of water, qualitatively, one with the entire ocean. But quantitatively, one drop got the 1 gram of water, but the ocean got trillions of tons of water. In the same way, we, the soul, living entity, qualitatively we are one with the Lord. Whatever the qualities are there, the Supreme Lord, we also have. But quantitatively, we are very, very minute, infinitesimal, whereas the Supreme Lord infinite. Otherwise, the nature qualities is the same. The material nature is not the same. Material nature qualitatively is not eternal. We are the eternal. The soul is eternal. Supreme Lord is eternal. Full of knowledge, but the nature is not. Nature is not eternal, it is not the full of knowledge also. But when we identify with the material nature, this body, then I am in illusion. I lose my knowledge of the soul. You are the same. Also you will find some temple if you go in India, you write it, Hari Om Tat Tvam. Tat means that and you. Okay. So that supreme absolute truth and you are the same to tell. But impersonally say that no, that and we are same, therefore I am also God. You are Narayana, I am also Narayana. No. Son will remain son, he never can become a father. In the same way, Jiva, living entity, will remain always subordinate to the Supreme Jiva, Supreme Soul, Absolute Truth, Krishna. We, living entity, never can become one. We can, but qualitatively, quantitatively are very, very, very minute, infinitesimal. We have to understand that. The impersonalist conception of this mantra is that Supreme Lord are the Absolute Truth and the living entity are one, but from the devotee's point of view, these mantras assert that both the Supreme Lord and ourselves are same quality, but not quantity-wise. In this verse, the word Kshetra means important. Kshetra means body, which means to know. What is happening in my body, I know it. Okay. But there is another Kshetra with super soul. He knows what is happening in my body and all other bodies, living entities, entire universe. So that Kshetra is better, more superior than us. So Prabhupada says that two Kshetra Kshetrajna, that one is the Kshetrajna or Kshetravit soul who knows what is happening in the body. Other Kshetrajna, Kshetravid, super soul, which knows what is happening in each and every living entity in the whole of the universe, not 1, 2, 3, thousands of the universes, spiritual and material. That is biggest Kshetravid. The human form of life is meant for understanding the Supreme Lord. Okay. This body is called Kshetra, and the proprietors of the body, individual soul and super soul, are both called Kshetra. But there is a difference, we discuss all. He is directing from within and without. Super soul, always, as we call Chaitya Guru, is directing internally, but always direct, but when we are in the mode of ignorance, passion, we cannot receive it. But to receive those intuition signals from the super soul, we have to be in the mode of goodness. Only then we can. Just like in the mode of passion, our mind is in agitation, I want this and that. Just like we are in the bus rack, somebody is calling, I want to talk, but so much ambient noise that I can't talk. Ambient noise level so high, that's why we have to shout to talk. But when you come out of the bus rack, calm, without shouting, we can easily talk. In the same way, when we are in the mode of ignorance and passion, because of that anxiety, desire so many, though the super soul giving intuition, direction, we don't receive. Everybody, devotee, non-devotee, Lord gives direction to everybody. But devotees, being always mostly situated in the mode of goodness, they are able to receive the directions of the Lord. But not everybody can listen. Therefore, in order to enable everybody understand, get the proper instruction, the same super soul, Chaitya Guru, appears as a external Guru, who physically guide the disciples to how to act in the spiritual life. That's why I say within and without. Within means as a Chaitya Guru, super soul. Without means super soul who appears as spiritual master. He gives directions physically, externally. From within he is directing as Chaitya Guru or the spiritual master sitting within the head. Indirectly he is also helping the living entity by manifesting himself as the spiritual master outside as a Guru. In both ways, Lord is giving direction to the living entity so that he may finish up these material activities. This is important. Lord wants to give the instruction so that we no more stay in the material world. As I said, human body is the one which given opportunity to go back to spiritual. No demigod from the heaven can go back to spiritual world. If somebody say you can go, tell them to show where it is written. Scripture should be written. But Lord Krishna himself says that neither in heaven or hell there is no provision for understanding the Supreme Lord or going back to Godhead. There is only human body which helps us to engage in devotional life, know about the Lord, then one can go to the Supreme Lord. That's why Lord wants to give that opportunity. The presence of Supreme Lord and individual soul within the body can be perceived by anyone living within anyone by the fact that as long as the individual soul and super soul are both living, the body is always shining and fresh. You can see now body is okay. But when I die, what happens? In 3 or 4 hours times, bad smell comes. Is it? So much you can't stand 5 minutes with the body. Go to the mortuary, you can see, you will close your nostrils, so run away. So much a bad smell. That bad smell is composed from the decomposition of this body. It means the body is all right, fresh. I propose the word fresh, so long as the soul is there in this body. When the soul leaves the body, super soul leaves the body is just a matter, gets decomposed, bad smell comes, subject to the total destruction. One who is spiritual advanced can thus understand the real difference between the dead body and a living body. In conclusion, one should not waste this time by the so-called economic development and sense gratification, but should cultivate spiritual knowledge to understand the super soul and the individual soul and their relationship. In this way, by advancement of the knowledge, one can achieve the liberation and ultimate goal of life. Prabhupada gives the quoting from the first kind of 5th chapter, Narada Maharishi speaking to Vyasa Maharishi. Tyakta sadharmam charnambudam hare bhajan apakko patet tato yadi yatra kavadra abhud amushyakim ko vartha apto bhatam sadharmadhi. Out of the sentiments for some or other reason, takes to the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, in due course of time, does not succeed in coming to the ultimate goal of life or falls down till there is no loss. That is the beauty of the spiritual life. There is no loss, then again he can continue in the left side. We stop here. Any questions? Welcome. श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय, जगद्गुरु शिला प्रपात की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय.